What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is April 26th, 2025, and I'm in Ricketts Glen State Park in Pennsylvania. And I'm gonna go through some of the trails here this evening and check out the waterfalls. There's 22 waterfalls here. I'm at the park office. Gonna grab a map and check out the map. I've been here before in the winter, this winter in February. That was my first time coming here, and you can't really hike and see the waterfalls in the winter because it's too icy and dangerous. So gonna grab a map, but look at how beautiful this visitor center is. And here's just a quick little map they have here. And there's over 22 waterfalls here, from 10 to 60 feet in height. So there's a loop trail that goes around and you can see all the waterfalls. It's totally empty, and it's actually pretty chilly right now. It's really windy. Got all these warnings here. So you can see all the waterfalls here. So there's a trail that goes down here and then all around. I'm gonna do this trail here and do this and come back and see all these different waterfalls. You can see the heights there. Ozone is 60 foot. GUNNR is 94 feet. Wow, I didn't know that. So I'm actually wrong. There's one fall that goes up to 94 feet. So it's just a quick 2-mile hike. It is pretty steep and rocky, so you gotta go slow. A lot of like climbing involved, but just gigantic waterfalls the whole way. So I'm gonna check it out. The truck is back from Lingenfelter. I got the Magnuson supercharger installed. So this is the Lake Rose trailhead. Just a beautiful day. It's actually quite chilly, very windy. There's a cold front coming in right now. This wind is just insane. They have real nice bathrooms here, check it out. Real nice parking lot. And this area gets super crowded in the summer, so now's the best time to go, because this lot will get filled up. Walking through this hemlock forest, a lot of rocks here, a lot of granite looks like. It's all hemlock here. Check it out. Look at that tea-colored water. It's from all the tannins from the needles from the hemlocks. Definitely don't want to drink that because you'll have diarrhea. Looks like a Bigfoot forest. It's a place where Bigfoot would live. These rocks are crazy. Real thick hemlock forest here. It's like a lot of places I go hunting. Look at these stones. These stones look crazy. Wow. It's just like an outcropping of stones here. Looks crazy. So many stones everywhere. That cave. Wow, this is crazy. All these stones everywhere. All these hemlocks. Hemlock is the Pennsylvania state tree. What's nice about hemlocks is they're like natural shelter. 'Cause they're so thick. A lot of times in the winter, the snow is like 50 to 75% less deep in one of these hemlock forests and the surrounding hardwoods. This is definitely Bigfoot country. Look how thick it is. Alright guys, getting close to the first waterfall. You can already hear it. You can hear the waterfall. Real thick woods here. There's a waterfall there. They don't want people going there because it's dangerous. You could fall off the edge. Look at this hemlock that was blown down. Have to be a pretty strong gust of wind to take this thing down. That's a big tree. Look at all these beech trees everywhere. They got the smooth bark. The black bears will hit these trees up in the fall time to get their nuts. You can see their claw marks on the tree. Here's a nice birch tree that got blown over. See how smooth the bark is. So the claws just easily scratch the bark. Wow, look. Got this little creek here. Wow. We had a lot of rain last night. Look at this. That tea-colored water from all the hemlock. Wow. It's just so pristine over here. Look at the water though, it's tea colored. It's from all the hemlock. Look how the tree grew over the river. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. I thought this was just like a blowdown when I first saw it, but it's actually alive. Look at the roots here. And it grew just straight out to get a little bit of sunlight, and then it curved up. Look at that. That's crazy. Wow, that's just amazing. Look at that. The tree just grew out and then up. It's like a giant hook. Wow, it's pretty interesting. Check it out. It's kind of like the flowers in your house when they grow towards the window. Look at that. Just like that. And then straight up to get sunlight. That's amazing. And I'd hate to be here after like a serious summer rainstorm. The water's quite high, and we just had the first rain in a couple of weeks, and it was like an inch of rain, but it was like really heavy rain. This would be catastrophic. Look at this. It's crazy. So the waterfalls are down there. Make sure I don't drop my phone into the water. Look at the current. Crazy. The power of water. It's incredible. So we already got our first waterfall here. First little waterfall, it's just the beginning. And it just keeps going down and down. And the trail goes along the side. That's why they close the trail in the winter, unless you have proper ice gear, like ice climbing gear and ice axes. You could just slide right off down the falls. Wow, look at the current. Wow. I want to see the big waterfall, the 94-footer. Looks like a Disney ride. Disney World. This gigantic hemlock here. Wow, look at that thing. Got our first waterfall right over there. So we're at the top of the first waterfall. I don't know the name of this one, but we're on the Falls Trail. So this is the first waterfall on the Falls Trail. Look Look at the speed of the water. That's insane. Wow. Look at that. There's the top of the first waterfall. Wow. I'd hate to go down this with a kayak. That would be bad. Wow, so we're at the top of the first waterfall. And this is just terrifying. I can see why they close it in the winter. Look at this drop down here. Got to go down these rocky steps here. Wow, this is totally insane. Look at that. Wow. So this is a trail to go down. It's just totally insane. It's really rocky and slippery. I can see why in the winter they don't want people going here. But look at the power of that water. It's insane. Wow. Just insane. This is just the first waterfall. There's 20 more. Wow. So I just came from up there, came down here. Look at this. Wow. Just so beautiful. So this is the Mohawk waterfall. It's the Mohawk waterfall. They have a sign over here. And then more waterfalls down there. But look at how steep this is here. The trail goes down these rocks. Wow. This is insane. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go here in the winter, that's for sure. Looks crazy. So if any of you guys are interested in going here, this is the type of hiking you're gonna have to do. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. Look at how steep it is, and you can see there was a little rock slide here. So definitely not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Wow, really steep terrain here. Another little fall here. Got some more falls over there. It's a really incredible place. It's like a little oasis of waterfalls. Wow, look at this big waterfall here. Wow. This is just an amazing place. Got another monster waterfall over here. So we came from all the way up there, came down. This must be the second waterfall. Wow. The videos don't really do justice. You got to stand here to really experience it. It's just incredible. All these waterfalls everywhere. You can see the water's teak-colored. That's from all the hemlocks. The water's all teak-colored. That's from the tannins from the hemlocks that leach out. So this trail is really sketchy. It goes right along the creek here, and if you're not in good shape, if you have back problems or knee problems, it's definitely not advisable to come here. There's a lot of climbing involved. Look at that big hemlock. Wow. Guys, this place is just amazing. Wow. You gotta come here in the spring or in the fall when there's no crowds. This is just amazing. What a blessing. God's creation is just amazing. Look at this. This is incredible. Wow. This is a really unique place. Another small waterfall here. Two more small waterfalls, and then there's the big one, the 94-footer. And I do have my Glock 20 10mm for bear protection or meth head protection. It's just so amazing here. Look at this. Wow. Truly incredible. You guys got to check this place out. If you live in the eastern US and you're near Pennsylvania, you got to stop into Ricketts Glen. Absolutely amazing, and you got to do it in the spring or in the fall. It's the second waterfall here, or third one. Wow. Keeps going and going. My Woods carry gun here, Glock 20 Gen 4, Surefire light, got the night sights, and I carry an extendo with me. Beautiful hemlocks everywhere. Really beautiful. That's a state tree. This is the Oneida waterfall. The Oneida, they have a sign there. That's the Indian tribe in upstate New York. Another look at the Oneida waterfall. Look at that. Coming up to the next waterfall here. Look at how steep it is up here. It's just totally insane. Coming up to the next one. Look at this giant hemlock that fell over here. Here's the next waterfall. Wow. What a place. What a unique place. This is the Cayuga Fall. They have a little wooden sign there. It's a Cayuga Fall. It's another Indian tribe. Wow. The water's insane. Look at that. Wow, so insane. Wow, this reminds me of Rambo First Blood. In Rambo, they go through that big gorge. Kind of reminds me of that. When they're shooting at Rambo from the helicopter and he's climbing on the rock. Trying to climb his way down the cliff, and then he jumps and lands in the trees. Look at this little cave here. Wow. All like shale. One last look at the Cayuga waterfall and the little cave over there. So getting close to the large waterfall, the 94-foot one. And we just saw 4 waterfalls. There's 22 over here. So you could spend a whole day here. I don't think we're gonna have time to see all 22 today. Sun's going down, but we'll see how far we can go, at least to the big one. What an amazing place, very unique. Look at this huge hemlock here. Massive hemlock, old growth. So we're at the top of the monster fall, the biggest fall in Ricketts Glen, 94 feet, right at the top. This is crazy, look. Wow. This is absolutely insane. Wow. Oh man, this is crazy. Wow. Look at the view from up here. Wow. Better hold on to my camera tightly here. I don't want to drop nothing. Wow, look at that, how high up we are. Just insane. It's just a straight drop down here. Straight drop. Look at this. Absolutely crazy. Wow. Insane. The force of this water is just incredible. Look at that. Wow. And it just keeps going. Not even scratched the surface of this park. Wow. Wow, guys, look at that thing. Absolutely insane. Just a big cliff here. Wow. Wish I could keep going, but running out of light. What an incredible place. Another view of the Monster Falls. It's really high up over here. Check it out. It's just insane. These beautiful hemlocks everywhere. Absolutely beautiful. Look at those hemlocks. Wow. It's supposed to get cold tonight. Crazy terrain here, and the trail keeps going up like that. You need like at least half a day to do the whole thing. What an amazing place. So beautiful. These beautiful hemlocks. It's absolutely beautiful here, guys. Look at that. Just amazing. Wow. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Ricketts Glen State Park, Pennsylvania. What you're looking at here is the old Benton Air Force Base. It's a giant radar here for the East Coast Air Defense Sector back in the Cold War, and I think it's still active now. It's still part of the East Coast Air Defense Sector. It's a massive radar, sees all the way out to the Atlantic Ocean. It's an over-the-horizon radar. It's part of our nuclear war detection system for detecting missiles and threats coming from the Atlantic. It's pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until the next time, take care, God bless, And don't forget the 3 P's: prepare, practice, and persevere.